Alright, everybody, I'm going to have another live stream event, or I guess you could say recording. Pretty much what I'm about to do is next minute or so, I'm going to hop into StarCraft and I'm going to play one more game. And I think what I'll do afterwards is I will have a little, I'll watch the replay. I'll kind of go over what all the charts, all the graphs, score, stats, whatnot. Then I'll essentially go over what happened per the replay, what I was thinking, how I should improve on it for the next upcoming games. All right, let's get back to it. So I'm going up against a Terran, so probably gonna try to send the probe early.
You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals.
Always attack the SCV if possible. Robo.
You require more Vespine gas. You have not enough minerals.
Pretty sure you'll probably have a Reaper coming soon, so I need to make sure that I have
You have not enough minerals.
something to defend against it, otherwise I'm in trouble. Battery. Bad placement.
enough minerals.
I am here in the shadows. It shall be as you...
I return to
Battery back here. These probes.
I am here in the shadows.
You have not enough mineral. Research complete.
Very well. Very well.
You have not enough minerals.
Time to punish him.
I am here in the shadows. We are one.
You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals.
I am the heart of darkness.
You have not enough minerals.
We are one with the shadows. Veraku. It shall be as you say. We move unseen. Reckoning.
I return to serve.
I serve for now.
You have not enough minerals.
I am here in the shadows.
You have not enough minerals.
State thy bidding.
Your probes are under attack.
I am here in the shadows. Very well. I am the voice of the eclipse. We
You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals.
It shall be as you say. Intriguing. Veraku. I serve for now. I am here in the shadows.
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Base is under attack.
I am here in the shadows. The cycle.
Base is under attack. Research complete.
Let our enemy know our fury.
Mineral feeding. Base is under attack.
I am here in the shadows.
Base is under attack. Base is under attack. Your probes are under attack. Your probes are under attack.
I heed the call.
Base is under attack.
Undara Manakai. shadows.
You have not enough minerals. 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 You have not enough minerals.
Wow. Are you really about to drop now, bro? Are you kidding me?
to serve. You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals.
Very well. For the reckoning. I am here in the shadows.
Research complete.
I am here in the shadows.
You require more Vespine gas. Our pylons and warriors have engaged the enemy.
Void hungers. Very wise. We move on. Intriguing.
My life for hire! Research complete. Your probes are under attack. Your probes are under attack. Your probes are under attack. Base is under attack.
I am here in the shadows.
Upgrade complete.
Remove unseen. Very well. It shall be as you say.
My life for hire! Your probes are under attack.
For
attack. Our pylon is under attack. Base is under attack. Our pylon is under attack. Our pylon is under attack. Base is under attack. Base is under attack.
Very well. It shall be as you say.
Base is under attack. Base is under attack.
We move unseen.
Shout out to Grizzlies 91214. What's up, G? Yeah, if you just hopped on, you just saw me lose, but it's all good because I'm about to watch this replay. I kind of already have an understanding of where I messed up at. Watch this replay real quick. So, pretty much felt I did well up until the point where I really didn't have protection against all of the various banshees that he had. So, over here, early harass on the SCV, pull it back, blocks off. As for me, I do more normal tech where essentially I go for an expand a little earlier than him, so I should have honestly had the upper edge, but I ended up messing up. My biggest flaw is I'll use F2 to control all of my units, And a lot of pros, what they end up doing is they end up leaving a few units back as protective forces. And by me hitting F2, I literally control all of them. So when I move all of them, I don't have anything to support. And as the game goes on, he ends up taking out a single pylon, which is powering up all of these other build structures. So that kind of hurts me. At this point, it would probably be best if I was smart and I dropped on his mineral line, because as you see, he is oversaturated and there's no way that he can just fulfill this base unless he expands. He has a little army here, but he does a little bit of he's essentially just causing me to go back and forth, kind of like making me occupied and not necessarily focusing on my macro. At this point, I have 6 gateways, or 6 warp gates, and I have 1 robotics facility. Literally 1 Banshee is enough to cause so much damage and as a nuisance. If I was able to kill all these Marines, the game would have most likely been over. I didn't even realize he had a second base down here, and I spent a lot of time focusing on his planetary fortresses. At this point, losing this economy, not having the ability to warp, that really hurts. Probably would have been way better if I was able to incorporate maybe some cannons along the side. Thank you for the tips, Grizzly. And essentially, might have been able to mitigate enough damage to those things. Now, I'm so focused and caught up on killing off this stuff that I didn't really search the rest of the base. I really should have tried to get more map awareness. Reason being is because this proxy is so far away that I didn't think anything of it. I thought, oh, by the time I kill this off, he probably has more stuff built over here. When clearly, there had to have been something that he's utilizing to make Banshees. He just gets more and more Banshees, so that's where these starports come in. It really makes sense that I didn't do a good, fair job, because if I used this army right here, I could have dropped it down here, and that would have been decimated. The game would have essentially been over. But that was poor map management on my behalf. At this point, he's still oversaturated. He has some things that he can do some damage with, but for the most part, I have to recall just to kind of like protect my units and my structures. But yeah, that is where I would say is my biggest mistake. And when I finally realized that he had a different location, I should have built up a different tech. I should have went for Storm Templars, and that way, when we have this final battle down here, I wouldn't have technically lost all my stalkers, and I could have possibly won, because as we slow it down a little bit, you have 2 Banshees. There's 3 here, with another 3 here. Take out that siege tank. So he already has 7 so far. He has 2 more here, that's 9. He has a good amount. Oh, I even have workers that are not being utilized. But he had 9 Banshees, and he's still trying to make more. Right now he's currently supply blocked, but he definitely has the ability to build more once he starts building more supply depots. So that was really a mistake on my behalf. Yeah, if I played it better, if I had better map awareness. At one point I had so many units on the board that I could have literally scouted out every possible base. That would have really helped me out. at this point, I've lost my pylon, so I can't power any of my warp gates. I've essentially lost all my structures that are able to do damage, so this is not looking good at all for me. I literally, all I have is my army, and it's, there's no way. There's just no way from coming back from this, unfortunately. Um, we'll just speed this up. So by the time I end up, like, it's sad to say that like he was able to take me out with some banshees, literally 9 banshees the whole time. Doesn't even understand that he should be moving over probes or SCVs to help with the mining. I can't stop that army, and unfortunately that's when I leave. So some future things that I want to incorporate on my next play. I don't know if it's gonna be today, it might be tomorrow, or it might be even sometime next week. But realistically speaking, I would want to incorporate better map awareness, better, better having more scouts out essentially. So I have all these different units. I could have just sent one to each base, and yes, it might be a waste of resources in a sense if they end up dying, but it will at least give me the idea and understanding that hey, these are empty. I don't have to worry about anything. Especially with Terran, right? They have the ability to lift off and they can move. It's not like Protoss where you need to build it at a stationary location, or you need a pylon, or like Zerg you need creep, except for hatcheries of course. But um, nonetheless, Terran is um, one of those races where, like, honestly, if you wanted to, you could take your main, lift it off, and fly it in the corner. If no one has any air units, then the game will always live on, and as long as your army still survives, you don't have a problem. So, yeah, that's it for these lessons learned. Thanks for paying attention and watching and tuning in. Grizzly, shout out once again. Thanks for hopping into the stream. Um, yeah, definitely. Looking at the comments now, I would have definitely won the base race if I saw at the bottom right. It's very unfortunate, but hey, you win some, you lose some, my friend. You know how it goes. This will be it for this stream. If I hop back on, it will be for the next upcoming game. Thanks for tuning in, and catch you next time.